Hello everyone, this is a brief demo about installing Red Hat OpenStack OSP 7 on Cisco UCS Blade and Rack servers. I'll be pausing the video whenever the scripts are running on the background. I'll be collecting some time whenever these scripts are executing. This is our physical and network topology that was used in the testbed. So we are starting at around 1733. I'm going to update some of the kernel parameters that are needed and also doing AM update that is needed for OSP install. Okay, I'm starting around 1737, the undercloud install, and it's done by 1751. And there are few subnet updates and IPMI connectivity tests that we need to run before moving ahead. Okay, here my NTP server is also synchronized to about 0.1 milliseconds. Okay, I'm going to upload the images that I have downloaded earlier from Red Hat website. With this, we are ready to discover the nodes. Okay, ironic node list shows that all the servers are ready. They're in a powered off status right now. And we would go ahead and do a bulk start. Okay, we are done by 1825, the introspection. Let us check the status. Okay, they all finished without any errors. Now let's create some flavors and update the node properties. We have 3 controllers, 6 computes, and 3 storage nodes. So I'm going to update the properties of all these nodes with the flavors that we created. Now let's check with instack ironic deployment how many nodes we have. So we have 3 controllers, 3 compute, 6 computes, and 3 Ceph nodes. Okay, before starting the workload deployment, I'm rebooting the server. And here are the contents of my workload deploy command. I have put it in a run.sh here. Okay, by 1934, the deployment is complete. And we have few bugs to take care of. Let us first check how the connectivity is. I'm going to run nova list pickup each node and create a 0 bytes file to validate. I'm going to activate all the subdisk now because of the bug here 129.72.51. Okay, by running the Ceph OSD tree, we see that all the OSDs, the 24 OSDs are up now. It still shows me a health warning. Maybe we should give a couple of more seconds. We can also see that we got around 43 terabytes of usable space in the Ceph cluster. There are 24 OSDs and all of them are up and running. Okay, with this we'll log into the controllers, check the PCS status, and there is one more bug for the floating IPs. So I'm going to update all the controllers with that and restart the Neutron service. Okay, we have some of the HA steps like the fencing agents to be configured, the pacemaker, and of course the N1KV Cisco UCS plugin. So let's start with fencing packages. We need to log in to the controller as a heat admin, become a root user, and run this. These packages, they talk with Cisco UCS manager and establishes fencing. Okay, we are done with the fencing. Let's check about the pacemaker. Here we extracted from the plugin.ini the mapping between the UCS service profiles and the way OpenStack has dynamically named the controllers. Okay, it's done. The quorum is formed with 3 nodes. We're all online. And the UCS fence controller also shows as started. Next we move to the N1KV setup. We may have to set up the port profiles first here. Let's make sure that the VSM is in a standby mode, not in a powered up mode. As of now, it shows that there are 3 controllers and 6 computes in the system. Okay, we copy to the startup config from the running config. And we reload. Yeah, here it is showing after reload powered up. So let's wait for a couple of more seconds. Okay, we are there. Let's enable the advanced licenses now. Okay, with this we're all set for creating virtual machines. So we create 5 tenants, 10 networks, and 20 VMs now. The external network and subnet have been created for the instances, and I uploaded the default RHEL7 image, which creates around 10 GB of hard disk on each of the VMs, validating the Nexus switches VLANs in both the port channels and also on both the switches. Let's check how the UCS manager is. There are no VLANs for the VMs as of now, and we'll validate once the VMs are created. I have a CLI to create. Let's see how long it takes to create these 20 VMs. Okay, it took around 7 minutes running in the background. And checking in the dashboard, we have the 5 tenants, we have 10 networks here, and 20 instances for all these tenants. It has created along with the floating IPs. Now let's check the status of the controller, compute, and global VLANs in UCS Manager. Okay, these are the VLANs it created on this controller. The UCSM plugin also will create some on the compute node, depending on where the instance has been provisioned. And of course, there are global VLANs created for all these instances. Now let's check the status on the Nexus switch. I'm only showing one switch, but you would have a similar configuration on the second Nexus switch as well. So you see the VLAN add command that was done by the Nexus plugin. So all these are completely transparent when you are creating the tenants and networks. And this is from another cloud host that I am checking that I'm able to log into the VM. This host is outside of my Nexus switch, and I'm logging through the floating IP here. With that said, we are almost done with the demo, and let us analyze some of the timings, what it took. Okay, it took around 140 minutes. So it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes for the end-to-end activity. So we have done undercloud install, introspection, overcloud, the HA activities like pacemaker and fencing. We created tenants and networks all in less than 3 hours. There are more. We are trying to work how we achieved HA, what we have done to scale up and do a live migration. And thanks for watching this video.